So these were three equations. That first one, you have this dy1 upon dt equal to y2 by 3, and dy2 upon d2 equal to y1 by 3, and dy3 upon dt equal to minus 0.51 y1 by 2. These one need to be solved. So MATLAB already have inbuilt the solver to that, so you can solve by Runge-Kutta methods or any other methods also. But I don't want to teach those methods because if I will teach that, it will take something extra time for me. So considering that you know them, we are using the inbuilt program of MATLAB. So if you want to define the first equations in MATLAB, you can write in this format dy bracket 1, it means dy1 only. And each variable you just put inside the bracket, so it will become y2, it will become y3. Multiplication sign is just multiplication sign only. Same way you can define your y2. So you would define this y2 in this particular pattern. Then you have defined your y3. So if we'll define that, so in case of MATLAB, your program file would become of something like that. So if you want to write, so this is your first equation actually. After that, this is your second equation. And this is your third equations. After that, you want to convert all this dy would be stored dy1, dy2, dy3 would be store a matrix which is known as dy only, and that dy need to be in a column matrix, not the row matrix. So to convert the column matrix, you just wrote the dy equal to dy dash, dy prime actually, so it will invert it. Now this is your known as function file, so you have to define this as a function command, and this name is totally yours. Actually, you will define this name. Your equation was for y, so you define for y. Sometimes you will have maybe du upon dt if you want to solve for velocity. So if you want to write du upon dt in terms of y also, you can write it. Or for ease of understanding, if you want to write it, you can write it here du, okay? But d is must here. Okay, so that way you will define it. Now this is your file name. This file name should be this as same. That here also PMS, here also PMS. This file name should not be a number. It could be a combinations of numbers and letters without any space. So there should not be any space. Inside the bracket, you have your variables, all variables. So first one is your denominator. So that was your dy upon dt. So your dt was there. So this is time actually. And y is all your variables for which you are solving it actually, y1, y2, y3. So all y's would be inserted from here. So this y would always have three values, one for y1, y2, and y3. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
So this is where you will define your function. After that, you will have a run file. So run file means what does it need your program first? This need a, if you want to run it here, let's say this is not there. If this is not there, what does it need to calculate y1, dy1? It need y2, y3. From where will it come? So that's what you are defining it in the beginning here. You are defining here, these are your initial y's here. So either you can write it here y also, y not also, both the way it is going to work. So to make it clear, you just wrote it here y not, because that y not is just going here. So some people can directly write this value here only. Ye value they can write at this place directly here. Both the way it's going to work. So you want to solve those function file for time and y. It is being defined in this way only. Square bracket t space y. Now this is the solver name. You have ODE45. Did you people, any one of you try to find what ODE45 is? I asked you, I think long time back, the ODE45, 15, 23, 15S, 23S. Did any one of you try to find it out? What is ODE45?
Yes, sir. I have searched for OD45. So
What is
there were
that?
some syntaxes, and it's used to solve non-stiff differential equations that are of medium order method.
But which method is that? Euler method, modified the Euler, or mean the Runge's method, or Runge-Kutta fourth order? Which method is this?
Sir, it is Runge-Kutta fifth order method.
Fifth order. But fifth
Yes,
order
sir.
तो आज तक I hope आपको किसी ने पढ़ाया नहीं?
No, sir.
No, ना?
So
Fourth
it is
order
a fourth order. Fourth order.
Fourth order. So let's see one by one. So this is the solver name. After that, you have to give the command that at the rate you are calling now the function. Function name is same with this function file name. Then you have initial time span for what time you want to solve it. And these are your initial values of y. You can also substitute these values y here also at this particular place. It will work both the way. So this is what you give your time. This is what your y. That's what you have defined in your function file t comma y, right? Okay. Hello.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So this is just this, only this much is enough to solve your all function file. After that, what do we want? We want a graph of that. So let's say here you have three variables. One is y1, y2, y3. So all values of y would be stored in this particular y. So if you want to run it here, so let's say if you want to run it, so in this case, you got here all the graph which we have plotted. We got graph 1, graph 2, graph 3. So you run it here. So I will just tell these one by one. So here, if you will go to this, your workspace, if you go to the window and then you will click on workspace, you can actually practically read what you have solved. You have solved for t, you have solved for y, there was a y naught. These were the only three things you have in your program, correct? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you will click on y, you will get a matrix here. So it will just give all t here. So this was for time. You have all values here. This is all values of y would be stored here. These are all y's here from starting onwards. So first one at t equal to 0, then 1, 2, 3, and total you have 13 values because you are solving for t equal to 12. So these are all y's values. First one is for y1, second is for y2, third one is for y3. Then obviously you have this y naught which you gave the initial value. Those are just here only. So if you want to debug or want to see any of the variables being calculated in the entire program, you can always go from here Windows and go to the workspace. You would able to see here. Now let's go back to our this program again. So you want to plot, you want to see how the behavior is y1 with respect to time. So this is the command for that. In MATLAB, you just give a command, it's called plot t comma y. So y have three values. So you want to, out of those three, you are taking out the value of y1. So therefore you gave the command colon comma 1 bracket close and again bracket. Same way you want to plot for y2. So t here you gave the command in this way. So this will only read the values from y. It will just read the values of y2. This one will read for y3. And these all graphs would be plotted in separate graph, actually y1, y2, y3. Therefore, you have three graphs here. First is figure 1 is y1. Then you have figure 2 is y2. Then you have figure 3 is y3. Now this choice is yours, what name you want to give for this figure. If you want to give it 5, it's okay. Whether 5 is there before that or not, it doesn't matter in the MATLAB. You can give it any name. But this must be always a number only. It cannot be alphabet. So this is what you want to have. Now, if you have not given these at a number here, let's say you forgot to give here figure number, here also figure number, here also figure. So only then it will just show you the last figure. Purana wala aapka ud jayega. It will only show the last figure. So therefore, to identify them, just define their figure numbers. If you want to clarify that what figure number 1 you are plotting, so you can give here a comment file here, comment that you want to know what is happening here. So you want to say, you want to plot t versus y1. So you will come to know what you are doing here. So this is a comment. That's you should know also what you are doing at each step. Now here you want to plot t versus y2, and here also this is your t. You can plot as many percentage sign. It doesn't matter. 1% यदि आपने लगा दिया, it is just a text material. It will not create any problems. So what does it do? If anyone else is going to read this particular file or program, he or she would be able to understand that what this person is doing here. If this person is just plotting t and y1, here this person is plotting this one, here this person is plotting this one. So it is easy to understand that each time if you are giving a proper comment, it would be easy to you also if you are opening the file after 10 years or 1 year or 2 years, because we always forget what we did here as far as the programming is concerned. So if you are not putting any comment something, so you yourself will not be able to recall what is happening here. So it's better to give always a comment properly that what you are doing here. If you are plotting t comma this, and once this calculation is over, you can give a command here, and of plotting t comma y3. T comma y3 का plotting and भी हो गया, यहाँ से चालू हुआ, and from here it is end, right? So it will make your program just easy to understand. This is must if you are writing a long simulation program of a very large number of the equations or large number of variables. So it is must to define this way. Now, if you will define something like that, the color would be chosen by MATLAB automatically. So if you will see the color of figure 1 is blue. If you are saying color of figure 2 is blue again. Color of figure 3 again black, blue actually. By default, MATLAB always plot a blue color only, because you have not defined any color. Here, आपने color को fix नहीं किया. What is color? Here, no. You have also not fixed up the pattern also, that how you want to plot your y1, whether you want a dot, star, circles, or some other means line. So this is always a joined a fixed line here. So this is joining as a line only with blue color. By default become this way. Now I want a particular pattern. So what I did here in figure 4, I am again plotting y1, but here I am fixing it blue color with this dash line. So if you see the figure number 4, it's that way only. So you are having a line with only blue color. This is your figure number 4. Now I gave one more command here, hold on. Hold on means uske baad wala graph bhi I am just going to plot on figure number 4 itself. So now I am plotting here y2 with a new type of thing, dot, with a red color here, so that you can see in figure number 4 again. So this red dots, this one, this one, this one, this one is your Y2 only. Okay. Then again I gave the hold on because I want to plot Y3 also in the same graph. So I gave the plot command again, t comma y comma 3 here. Now I want to plot here a sign color there, magenta color with a star symbol. So that's what I will get here, this one. So you have now the star symbols here. So this is your actually Y3. So all the three you are plotting in a same graph now. So this is sometimes you want to plot in same graph, sometimes you plot it one by one. So choice is yours, whatever you know. So this is the command if you want to plot everything in one graph. So figure 4 mein you want to plot Y1, Y2, Y3 by giving a different colors and different trend lines. So first is line, then you are giving a dot, and you are giving here stars. There are many more also. You can put a squares also, triangle also. You can put here any symbol. But there are fixed set of the symbols that need to be followed. Now this is one way to plot in the same way. Now this is the another command to plot everything in the same graph. Previously you have used the hold on command. Here you are following just this command just to plot everything in one graph. Figure number 5 also. If you see the figure number 5, you have again all three. Correct or not? First is blue, then you are having red, then you are having green here. So this is coming from here. This one. And here you are just fixing a pattern. Pattern आपने दिया है. You gave the pattern here. Here you have given the dash dot. Here you have just giving dot. Color is automatically coming by the MATLAB. So MATLAB is giving the color in this particular pattern only. पहला आपको blue दे दिया, फिर ये बीच वाला green दे दिया. After that you are getting a red one. So it gives its own way of the color if you are plotting everything in the same graph by this command. But if you want to identify that, no, I want to give a fixed particular color, so you can define your color as you have that defined here actually. So you can fix up your color here as I did here. So I have fixed here color for Y1. Then I can fix here color for Y2 here. I can fix here color for Y3 also here. Now, sometime you might be solving your T for let's say 1000 times or 1000 second, 100 second or something. Out of that, you want to plot up to fixed number of sets. Let's say you want to plot up to T equal to 12. So in that case, you are just plotting up to here. T was there the same one as previous. Only thing you want to plot 1 to 12 values. Same thing Y also you want to plot for 1 to 12. So only thing you are fixing, only first 12 values you are plotting here. So you can extract the values from the matrix itself. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So these are the various ways. So this first part is, now if you want to give a comment here, you have a text file here. There's the command here just to give comments. So it will always give a percentage sign here. These would be comments. So wherever you want to put this would be a text material now. So MATLAB will not be read this now. Now this is just a program. अभी आपने ये program बनाया. This is not the actually any sort of the simulation now. This is just called so far as programming only. Because once you have made a code, you have run it, you have tested it with some by hand calculated values. If things goes well, it means you have made a good program now. After that, you start a simulation work. Simulation mein, what do? You have here 3 variables, 1, 2, 3, right? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Now you want to see the dependency of each variable one by one. If I change the boundary conditions of y1, y2, y3, or let's say some set of the data, sometimes you want to have a reactor. So let's say if you are considering this as a CRE problem, so let's say you have here dc1 upon dt, here you have dc2 upon dt, here you have dc3 upon dt. So you have three components present inside the reactor. Now you are feeding them with some actually initial feed or the reactor something. Now you want to see how your product would be formed, how the concentration would be defined. You can put one rate equation also here. So in that way, you want to see the behavior or dependency, how if I change concentration of C1, C2, C3 and to a particular range, or a range in which your data can fluctuate. Just like that, you are inserting the feed to the reactor with the help of some control valve. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So in that case, you can have a range. Okay, this may fluctuate in this range, this may fluctuate in this range. So in that case, you want to run your program for each variable in a given the range, and then you want to study how the behavior is getting changed, and then it will become a simulation part there. You want to solve it again and again for several sets of the data, and then it will treat it as the simulation means exercise. And after that, once you have run everything one by one for a fixed set of data, then you will give a combinations of the two, and then you will optimize that this is my best data point, and that's called, that particular time is the optimization point. Okay. So first part is coding. After that, you have the simulation exercise. You want to study the parameters one by one or as a whole. And then you will come to a optimum value. So that's called optimization. So these are the three purposes of your coding. Your simulation means your coding, your validation of the data. After that, the simulation, then followed by your optimization. So let's run it again. So we will see, we can give the comment for this file also. So you can give comment maybe by Control R. So that also give the comment one. So currently we gave this time interval from our side. Can you see this? We gave the time interval from the our side. पहले ये 0 पे solve करेगा. After that directly 1, then 2, then 3. And you have seen the graph. देख रहे हो आप ग्राफ का पैटर्न? Graph is not coming a smooth line, something. This is a zigzag pattern because the number of the data points are low, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I just remove this, I don't want it. I just want to solve it 0 to 12 only. In that case, MATLAB will choose its own interval based on its own wisdom only. Sometimes it take the less interval size, sometimes will take the more. And let's see what will come now. So if you will see here, so before that you can close all your figures because they may get overlapped actually. So all previous figures must be closed. So if you run it, now you see we have not changed means anything. Time is same, 0 to 12 only. Now you see everything is now a smooth line now because based on the MATLAB, it's choose on is the step size. Can you go to the workspace window now? This is your workspace window. You can read your T and Y. So if you read now T here, T value is now 77 values. So you see initially the step size 5 to 10 to the power minus 5. This is 10 to the power minus 4 here. And you see that the step size is initially very, very low, and wherever you can go to the faster step size, you can go ahead for that. And based on that, step size is being selected only. So MATLAB automatically select the best step size based on the fuzzy logic inside that. There the so much understanding is being done by the developing those codes itself. So you can trust them 100% because a lot of the engineers work on that way. So you see the graph now. You got everything very smooth one, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
So is everything fine so far what we did?
Yes, sir.
I hope this way you can solve any number of the ODEs because if you have any numbers will not create you the problem. आप तो बस define करते जाइए. You just write equation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. जितना भी है लिख दीजिए. It doesn't matter. Correct or not?
Sir,
Yes.
sir,
So yeah.
sir, what is this meaning of seventh line in this? dy is equal to dy dash.
This one.
Yes, sir.
This is actually just to convert your dy the matrix, and that you need to convert in a column matrix. Column matrix can be read as a equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3. So if you write here in command window, so if you have anything what is happening here and all this, if you will write here, you will come to know what is there. So if you write here just dy is not coming here, so you don't know what dy is. So that will come from here only itself. So if you will, I hope it might have shown you dy. dy program में आया होगा कहीं ना कहीं. Just see here. So it ये आपका है कहाँ गया? टाइम आ गया, ये आ गया dy. So this is the dy at a particular time. So this is currently a column matrix. So if we will put just a dy dash, it will become a row matrix. So row matrix cannot be read as the different equations. So that's why it need a column matrix only in this way. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now let's go back to our equations. We were actually doing the mass balance for this CSTR1. For that, we have applied our continuity equations in this way, and in previous classes we were end up with this equations, right? So in that case, you got del rho b, and here you can write in terms of mass also. Here in terms of height, you can write in terms of height also, right? These are the thing. This is only one ordinary differential equations. Now initial conditions could be either this tank could be empty, t equal to 0, t equal to 0, your everything was the 0 inside the tank, or it may not be empty, t equal to 0, it may have some volume. So we want to solve it here. So for that, I think I wrote some values here. So we want to solve these equations here, this one, by giving the variable name that rho naught density is this one, rho is 5000 this, f naught is this, f is this one. So currently these both are same, so I can just change it, f naught and f may. I can just change maybe f, this I can make it 2 actually. Now can you write the program for this and solve it? First, for this set at initial condition when tank was empty, what would be your behavior in terms of volume, in terms of mass, or in terms of height? So this is the equation we need to be solved using the MATLAB. And let's solve it for, let's say, t equal to 20 seconds. What will happen? First, we will solve this one. After that, we will change for another initial conditions at t equal to 0. There was some volume inside the reactor. 1 meter cube, and there was a mass also, let's say 100 kg, and then you have this h was 0.1 meter something, and again we want to solve it for 20 seconds. So you people should write a MATLAB code for this as we wrote for previous one and solve it, and let's see what the behavior is. करो सभी लोग. Everybody should do it. It will be hardly 5-minute work, not more than that. Open your MATLAB, just type these equations and these input variables and solve it. Now everybody should turn on their videos actually.